focus is shifting now to the playoffs. Now, they could wrap up a good seed, and of course, it's a matter of playing their best basketball to close out this regular season.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Ingram, the 3, with Barnes, the 4. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Memphis, we've got Jalen Wells. And it's Coward in at the 2. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A., and it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Quickly finds Ingram. Here he goes. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Jalen Wells. You talk about a high-variance team. The Grizzlies keep you guessing, Coach.
Yeah, they do. They're young, brash, a ton of talent, and at times they've seemed poised to take over the West, but it hasn't happened yet.
And he makes a first. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, you know Ingram is known for his scoring, but he's really developed as a passer during his time in the league. He is a well-rounded offensive player.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Now Ingram. Outside Barnes. Back to Ingram. Launches it. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, that's a huge part of Ingram's game. He can really do damage from the perimeter.
Pass to Coward. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Wells, covered by Ingram. 5 on the clock. Here's Wells from the arc. Quickly with a rebound. Got a piece of it, and that'll be Toronto's ball as it goes out of bounds. Raptors able to keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now here's Barnes. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Count it. Good.
Just eases it up and in. Barnes just doesn't overpower it.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
At the line for 2, Ty Jerome.
And he drops the first. And he makes both free throws.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. From 10 feet away. And he gets the bucket. Ingram's got 7 points.
Oh, nice job by Ingram, able to play through the contact. That might have been a foul.
Here's Coward, guarded by Barrett. From 13. And again, it's Memphis missing. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Outside Barnes. Now here's Pirtle. Defense is right there. for three. Barrett. Grizzlies with the rebound. Tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
The three from Barnes. Cleared away by Wells.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Jerome outside. Pass to Prosper. Back to Jerome. On the take. Over quickly. Jerome, that's good.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Wells. The Raptors making their last shot. Back to Jerome. To the inside, Prosper. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Barrett. Toronto passing it around. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Pass to Coward. Back to Jerome. This one for three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Emmanuel quickly.
He's having problems with his shot these days, and the analytics show that with his true shooting percentage headed down in the last 10 games. I wouldn't be surprised if he turned it around quickly, though.
Here's Jerome, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Driving inside. Pass to Coward. Here's Prosper. Outside Wells. Now Jerome. From deep. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Quickly passes to Barnes. Soft touch off the glass. Barnes has got 6.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Graham.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Now here's Barnes. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Grizzlies trail by 9. Pass to Jerome. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Now here's Barnes. He has 6. Again the miss by Barnes. To the paint. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. All right, let's check out the top field goal percentages among 2 guards since the break. 4th, R.J. Barrett.
I mean, just a terrific group. All of these players are in danger of getting red hot from outside at any given moment.
Well, it's the kind of reliable shooting a team needs from the 2 spot. It makes the defense work a lot harder when they have to stay active all over the floor.
Now here's Barrett in his last outing with 12 points. Outside for Ingram. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 8. Pass to Wells. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Ingram. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Rebounded by Prosper. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Jerome passes to Wells. From downtown. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors lead by 5. Outside Barnes. Outside Ingram. To the middle. A nice shot by Murray Boyles.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And the Grizzlies shooting only 42% to get this one going. And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And his teams run through the finish line of the season, Grant. There must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playoffs bound?
And some changes here for the Raptors. Dick, he's checked in for Ingram. Walter comes in for Barrett. Shed comes in for Quickly. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. 7-point differential. Jackson outside. It's stolen by Barnes. Pass to Shed. Back to Barnes. Shoots over Jackson. Here's Murray Boyles, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Jerome, that's good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Shed. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Barnes, it's good. Barnes has got 8 points.
And listen, Scotty Barnes is never one to shy away from a jumper.
Now here's Jerome. Pass to Wells. 6 to shoot. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Here's Shed. Puts up a 3. Cleared away by Wells.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Takes a 13-footer. Prosper misses.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
Pass to Murray Boyles.
2 minutes remaining in the fight. 2 minutes.
Barnes with a screen on Jerome. Here's Murray Boyles. Launches a 3. Jerome grabs the miss. A minute 15 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Wells. Back to Jackson. From downtown. Nails it from 3.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Outside Dick. Inside. Here's Barnes, and the 17-footer goes down. He's got 10.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Prosper. Here's Wells, and another three from Memphis.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Now introducing the team that will make you scream, your Raptors.
Some changes for Memphis. Gibson's checked in for Prosper. Rupert comes in for Wells. And Spencer's subbed in for Jerome. Toronto also changing it up. Mamukelashvili's checked in for Barnes. And Emmanuel Quickly subbed in for Shed. .58 seconds left in the first. Pass to Dick. From outside the arc. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies trail by 4. Guarded by Quickly. Back to Jackson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Entering the NBA at just 19 years of age, Gigi Jackson has such a bright future, Coach.
Well, Brian, he was scoring 15 a game as such a young rookie. He is a scoring 6'9" wing, and I think Jackson will grow in this league. To me, it's about getting consistent with the jumper for Gigi.
And that one falls for Jackson. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Toronto leading by 3. Pass to Murray Boyles. Toronto passing it around. Dick. And again, Toronto no good. Memphis shooting about 47% during this first quarter. Jackson outside. With 4 on the clock. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Jackson. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson. Second free throw, no good. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for Toronto. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
G.G. Jackson is out there with Taj Gibson, and it's Rupert in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Guys?
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. Coach, I've heard you say one of the most frustrating things to watch is a team that beats itself.
Yeah, B.A., I think one of the things is before you can win, you got to make sure you don't lose. And when you're doing things like turning the ball over or fouling needlessly, those are probably the 2 biggest areas. Those are beat yourself types of stats, and it's hard to get away with those at the highest level.
First one falls for him. Also good, so he hits both free throws. Memphis has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. 3 on the clock. And the shot goes in.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Walter. He's scoreless. Here's Murray Boyles. Quickly with the ball. Hangs in the air, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Battles checked in for Toronto.
1 shot.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. 1 shot.
And quickly, no good on that one. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. Toronto, number 1.
This squad loves to run. Their coaches allow them to play quick, free basketball, and it shows up in their fast break points.
The first one falls. Toronto making a switch here. Dick's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Raptors with a lead. Quickly outside. Pass to Walter. 4-3. No good on the shot. Memphis has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Now Gibson. Here's Rupert. No made baskets yet. Jackson gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to Walter from behind the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Walters has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the dunk by Jackson.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Dick. And there's the screen. Down low. And stolen by Jackson. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. It's stolen away. Left side Dick. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Started by Quickly. Pass to Rupert. And here's Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Just 4 to shoot. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance. Jackson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Now here's Dick. Lets the 3 fly. The shot misses. Pass to Rupert. And the call is going to be, yes, on a illegal screen. And here's the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. On Friday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
In that game against the Suns, they'll need to be pretty much perfect for that one. Anything less than that means they're in for a tough evening.
Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Brandon Ingram comes in for Dick. Abukelashvili passes to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And this is why Barnes was the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 draft. His ceiling is high.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Memphis making a switch here. Prosper's checked in. And the Grizzlies with possession here. They trail by 1. Here's Hendricks. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Jackson for 3. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Ingram against Jackson. Over to the wing. Here's Walter. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And that one's good. Quickly. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
To the inside, Prosper. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Ingram. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Pass to Hendricks. Now Jackson. And he makes it. Jackson's got 19 points.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Outside Barnes. Here's Quickly. Ingram finds Quickly. Pass to Mamukelashvili. 5 to shoot. Here's Ingram. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Ingram's got 13 now.
Yeah, Ingram very poised and composed, knocking it down with the shot clock running out.
Now Jackson. Puts up a 3. Walter pulls it in. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pass to Barnes. And here's Ingram. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Barnes. To the wing on the left. Jackson outside. Jackson with a screen on quickly. Jerome, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ingram against Jackson. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Down low. Here's Hendricks. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Hendricks has got his first 2 points of the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Outside Ingram. Here's Walter. The shot from the low post is good. And the Raptors lead by 1. One team gains momentum and the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Now here's Jackson. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio. Jerome, that's good. Jerome's got 12 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Wells is checked in for Hendricks. Toronto also changed it up. Pirtle's checked in for Mamukelashvili. R.J. Barrett comes in for Walter. Shed comes in for Quickly. The Raptors have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Pass to Barrett. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Coward. Still no points. Now Jackson. And they call an illegal screen here. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Scotty Barnes.
And I'm sure he's not pleased with these stats. His rebounding has taken a bit of a tumble over the last couple of months. He's really got to get his energy back up on the glass and start fighting for boards again.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Shed. And here's Ingram outside. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Outside Wells. Now Jackson. He's guarded by Barnes. There's the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Toronto leading by 4. Pass to Barrett. From 11 feet away. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, the aggressive mindset of Barrett, looking to score and force defenses into difficult situations.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Hendricks is checked in for Memphis. And he can't hit the second.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Barnes. And that one, good. Hendricks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Outside Ingram. Pass to Shed. Now here's Barnes. Here's the pick. To the paint. Shed, that's good. Shed's got his first points of the night.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
Here's Hendricks. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Jerome on the wing. 12 points for him. Clock is at 3. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. Jerome's got 15 points.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Back to Ingram. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Fultz, he's checked in for Shed.
Number 12, Markel Fultz.
Memphis trailing here. Pass to Coward. Here's Hendricks. Here's Prosper, covered by Pirtle. They set a pick. Jerome against Fultz. Here's Prosper. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
Missed opportunity. He's just got to shake that one off.
Barnes from point-blank range.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
Jerome outside. Pass to Wells. Here's Prosper, covered by Pirtle. Jerome feeling it out a bit. Misses the 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Ingram. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Jerome on the wing. Fires it. And the jumper falls for him. Jerome's got 7 points here in the quarter.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Ingram fires from way outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for the Raptors. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors in our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
You look at their success so far, and the result is great execution. They're playing within themselves and within the system.
Which I suppose accounts for the low turnover total. Or that's just me. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, they're going to be tested on both ends. But we're talking to these guys. They're ready for it. They're hyped, man. This one could have a playoff feel, Ernie.
Our viewers would love that. So would we.
That was a good job, Kenny.
Thank you.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at G.G. Jackson, what a contribution.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
Here's Coward, still without a bucket. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. Now here's Jerome. Has to Prosper. That one's good for 2. Prosper's got 6. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside Ingram. And he drops it in from the low post. Ingram's got 20.
Yeah, huge game from Ingram. He does this so often. Maybe one of the most overlooked stars in the league.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Jerome. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Raptors with a lead. Now Ingram. Give him 20. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Back to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, appreciate the report.
Well, that's his game. Ingram is so comfortable on the catch and shoot.
Here's Coward. No points yet. And here's Jerome. Over quickly. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jerome. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. Taking a look at Memphis. And after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise.
Right now for the Grizzlies, they know what this month is all about for them. They just have to be aggressive and punch their ticket for the play-in. But that could be easier said than done.
The drive by Ingram uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Pass to Coward. Here's Hendricks from the arc. Sends it home from 3-point land.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Toronto passing it around. The 3, Barrett. Memphis with a rebound. Inside. Here's Hendricks. And that one is hammered home.
When you look at how they've come out in the second half, it's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Raptors. And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Let's go to the leaderboard and see which teams have been leading in assists this season. In third, the Raptors.
The assist numbers they're posting as a squad is a real testament to how willing they are to rely on each other. There's a lot of trust amongst these guys.
outside. Pass to Coward. Here's Prosper. Give him 8. Shot clock at 6. Jerome with the ball. And it's Ingram picking him up. Here's Wells. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Here's Ingram. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, and when Ingram's rolling like this, you'll see the offense try to run even more through him.
Now here's Jerome. He's got 19. Here's Coward. He drops it from range. Coward's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Ingram. He's got 27 to the inside. Hurdle. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
And the free throw, no good. Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Hendricks. Jerome, right side. 3-pointer off the mark. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Barnes. The 3, Barrett. He buries it from 3. And it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
I like how selective Barrett is with taking threes. It's a big reason why he shoots a good percentage.
Jerome passes to Wells. Down low. Jerome outside. They set the pick. Off target with the 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Barnes. Tight defense on him. Pass to Barrett. Quickly outside. And they get it back. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram usually has a size advantage, and they're chipping in on the offensive glass.
Jerome against Quickly to stop the run. Here's Prosper. Jerome, left side. Outside Wells. Pass to Jerome. And here's Wells. Here's the 3. Knocks down the long J. Wells has got 11 points.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Quickly passes to Pirtle. It's Barnes on the wing. Quickly from outside. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got his 5th assist in this one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Hendricks. 9 points in the game. Back to Wells. To the left side wing. Here's Prosper. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Ingram from 13. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
I just love the ball.
Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Coward. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13 and a half a game. And here's Jerome, guarded by Quickly. Here's Wells, and another 3 from Memphis.
And he's really made his mark with the 3-pointer today. That's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up and hurt.
And here are the Raptors now. after Memphis picked up the 3 with their last shot. It's Barnes on the wing. He's got 14. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Prosper's got 4 rebounds now. Out to the wing. Outside Wells. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Toronto. They've led by as much as 10. Quickly with the ball. Picked up by Jerome. Now here's Ingram. The D's right on him. Barnes with a screen on Jerome. Quickly drives in. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Defense all over him. Still gets the finger roll to fall.
Here's Prosper. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Jakob Poeltl. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Grant?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first.
Take a break.
But after that,
2 shots.
you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
And the first one at the line is good. Hits both from the stripe. Toronto leading by 7. Here's Shed. Right side Barnes. Fades. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Hendricks has got his 4th rebound in this one. They set the pick. Pass to Prosper. Here's Coward. The 3-ball. Hits the trifecta. Coward's got 6 points in the quarter.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Outside Barnes. From deep. That one doesn't drop. Grizzlies trail by 4. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here's Shed. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Outstanding initiative from Barnes. You know, he's solid at knowing when to go after alley-oops.
1:43 left in the third. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
Here's Shed. It's Barnes on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass. Barnes has got 18 points in the game.
They've toned down their 3-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Pass to Coward. Here's Hendricks. For the tie. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. 46 seconds left in the third quarter here. Kellis-Feelings checked in for Toronto.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Shed. And here's Ingram from the arc. Drains the triple. Ingram's got 16 points here in the second half.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Here's Rupert. Jackson with a screen on Ingram. Launches it. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Toronto leading by 6. Pass to Walter. Now here's Ingram. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's Toronto with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Ty Jerome, and it's Jackson in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Jackson down low. Misses from close range.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Walter from outside. Sinks the tray. And the Raptors lead by 11.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul. At the line for Memphis. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Memphis making a switch here. Spencer's checked in. So he gets them both.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Raptors lead by 9. Pass to Murray Boyles. Back to Quickly. Here's Walter. 4 on the clock. And it's Dick off the drive. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Pass to Rupert. Here's Spencer, guarded by Dick. Now here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. The Raptors have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. And that one's good, quickly. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Pass to Rupert. The 11-footer. Rebound, Toronto. Walters has got 4 rebounds in the game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
He gets it in there. Walters has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Quickly against Jerome. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Now here's Quickly. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Spurs checked in for Spencer. And Toronto also making a switch. Ingram's checked in for Dick. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Pass to Ingram. Takes the three. The rebound by Jackson. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 11-point game. Here's Prosper. Blocked! And they recover it. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson the screen with the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Raptors lead by 9. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Pass to Ingram. Stolen. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Walter. Pass to Quickly for three. Knocks down the triple. And the Raptors lead by 10.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
And here's Jackson beyond the arc. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes.
Solid. Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
It's intercepted. To the paint. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
They're really working the paint now.
Toronto leading by 5. Pass to Murray Boyles. Back to Quickly. Fires from deep. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Now here's Jerome. Here's Murray Boyles. Outside Ingram. Pass to Murray Boyles. Here's Mamukelashvili. Outside Ingram. This one for three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson outside. Here's Prosper. Back to Jerome. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Quickly, passes to Ingram. Six to shoot. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Jerome. Here's Prosper. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Quickly. Pass to Walter. They set a pick. The 3 is up. And it's Quickly. That time on the assist by Walter. Walters has got 5 assists tonight. Now here's Jerome. Here's Prosper. Here's Jackson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Jackson. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. Barnes comes in for Mamukelashvili. And so Jackson nails both of them. Here's Quickly. Out to the right wing. Poeltl with a screen on Jerome. Just 5 to shoot. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Coward. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Barnes.
Second personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Hendricks is checked in for Memphis. And that's good as he hits both shots. Here's Walter. Pass to Quickly. Lets it go from deep. And the Raptors, another 3. Grizzlies trail by 6. Here's Coward. And there's the drive. Up and in on the layup.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside Ingram. Back to Quickly. Fires for three. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Ingram's got his 7th assist here tonight.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Jerome. Gets the 3 ball to go. Jerome's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
Pirtle outside. Quickly up top. He's covered by Jerome. Ingram. Using the glass to lay it in.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
And we will have a timeout called by Tuomas Isalo. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Please give a big round of applause for your first 2 seconds.
Here. Barrett's checked in.
All right, we hear you once again.
Here's Jerome. And he drives in. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Fighting for his shot. Barnes is well rewarded for his effort.
First team foul. Shooting for Toronto. Scotty Barnes at the line for 1.
Grizzlies trail by 7. Jerome outside. Shoots a 3. Pirtle rips down the board.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Now here's Ingram. Barnes outside. Fires the 3. Pirtle. Oh, he dropped it straight in.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Jerome with the ball. Guarded by Quickly.
Raptors foul. Emmanuel Quickly. Second personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for Memphis. Ty Jerome. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that brings him with an 8. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter here. Raptors lead by 7. Now Barnes. Outside Ingram. Yes! Using that window.
Well, fighting through it there. Ingram can get aggressive when he needs it inside.
Jerome attacking. Here's Coward, guarded by Barrett. The sweet reverse. Nice finish.
If the possession ends with a shot in close, you've done something right.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, BA, you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Now here's Barnes. And the 3 misses.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Here's Coward. It's stolen by Pirtle. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
So Toronto takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Brandon, hot shooting for you tonight. Where do you get that confidence level to take over like this?
Just coming in, working on my routine every single day. I think my teammates put me in a really, really good position to step in the shots and give me confidence on the basketball floor to shoot the ball and also give them the basketball to do whatever they want on the floor to create and make something happen. So confidence comes from my teammates.
And you've been a great teammate as well. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.